Geralt of Rivia. So, The Witcher. Let's give this a go. Landscape page, pencil eraser, hit pause if I go too fast. So he's frowning real heavily, right? So I'm actually going to start with his eyebrows because the eyes are like underneath, right? So we'll go diagonal here, more or less in the center of my page. And then we'll go up like so. Sort of back down here, right? So real sort of arched kind of eyebrows. Right, so then we'll bring it back up. And then we go back down towards the front, right? And he can have like some hair just coming down here at the back and maybe some at the front. Right, and this sort of curves up with these frown lines. You do sort of the same thing on the other side, right? So you go diagonal and then up. And it sort of curves down, spiking, and then back down towards the front. Right, so we want them to just be frowning real heavily. And so then the eyes like come out from under there, right? So we've got like the tear duct, the front here, and then we go out, down, and then in. So you can bring this line the whole way across, but sometimes with characters like this, all you got to do is that, really. You could draw the whole thing underneath, but I think in this instance I won't. So his iris, half circle down here, and then we'll give him those snake eyes. They're kind of like snake eyes anyway. They're just like thinner sort of pupils, really. Right, kind of like that. And then we give him like an eyelid line just coming down here. Something coming down the front. And maybe like some bags under his eyes or something. Some wrinkles just at the edge of his eye as well. Okay, not much though. Just little suggestions of eye lines like that, okay? And we do want him to be frowning, so like he can have like some more sort of wrinkles coming across his nose and stuff. Just there. The other eye, same sort of thing again, right? So you want him to be like about eye width, so you want to be able to fit this eye in between here at least, right? So and then we go across, back down, make it a thick enough sort of line, and then the corner going in that way. Right, and then this one will just go in that way as well. And then his iris, half circle, just come around here, and then a sort of snake-like thin pupil. And then we go eyelid lines. And some wrinkles around his eyes and stuff. Okay. So his nose. So he's like tilted forward, right? So he's like the line for his nose, say. So we'll just go down this side, right? So we just go sort of diagonal, then down there. And maybe like the bridge of his nose a little bit, sort of. Just sort of suggested in there. Yeah, you don't need much more than that. And then we can just see the tip of his nose here. So it like comes over his mustache, so it goes up. Then around for his nostrils, just there. Then around for nostrils here. Maybe like tip of his nose there, maybe. don't need much more than that. Okay. So then that beard, the beard itself, right? So it's just like this hairy sort of line that comes down from the nose. The nose is over because his head is tilted forward. So the beard comes down like so. And it sort of covers his top lip nearly. So say like, we'll go, so say here's the side of it. And it just comes across his top lip here. Okay. So just this hairy line that like curves around then. There, and his mouth is in this section, right? So he's got, it's pretty flat sort of mouth. It's not, maybe dips down a little bit, but mostly just like flat. Serious kind of mouth, right? And then his bottom lip just here. You could see maybe a little bit of his top lip. Right, like that. But not much else. So just shadows at the corner of his mouth and stuff. Right, so then the chin. So again, it's hairy, right? So you want to do it kind of like a spiky line, right? Kind of like that, just to show that there is some beard hair and stuff on the chin. Then your jaw, hairy sort of line that comes up the side. And his head is tilted forward, so his jawbone is kind of higher up. It's kind of in line with nearly with the tip of his nose here. And so then we'll change direction and go up the side of his head. And this is all sort of beard line and hair and stuff. All right, so then we just have some more sort of sideburns and beard just coming down into the mustache down here. Same thing on this side, really. And then his ears curve out here, down, around into there. Same thing on this side, curves down, and into there. You can have some ear lines inside. Easiest way to start is like a letter J like this, and then you could like build it up, add more if you want. So his hairline continues, right? So it goes just up the side of his head like this. Okay, and in general, your forehead is about the size of your nose. So here to here, about the same as here to here. So you can just put a sort of a V there. And some texture on the beard if you want. Right, so we'll just finish the hairline, so it just like comes across, zigzagging across, right? And zigzag the other direction. across to there. Right, some details on his face, right? He's got a scar, right? This sort of scar that comes down from his eye, just here. Where's my picture gone? Sorry, now. He's got a couple of scars. Yeah, so one here. It runs up the top, yeah, like high up his forehead. There. And then he has another one across his forehead on this side. And it's like there's one on his nose. And on this side of his nose as well. Down there. Right, so then some like lines just on the side of his head here for his temple, here for the side of his head, and like some frowns, some wrinkles just coming across the forehead here, and some lines just for the side of his mouth. Like some dots and scratches and stuff if you want. Right. So then, his hair. So we've got, yeah, just like a sideburn here, and it kind of bumps just up his head. Right? His hair is like tied back. So it goes like up this way. And it bumps around. You want to do it bumping because it shows that the hair is kind of tied up. And then basically you just do like these texture lines that show that his hair is tied. Okay. Right, so that's the sort of tied up portion of the hair. He does have hair that's long then, that kind of like comes down over his shoulders, right? So you will have to do some of that as well. So just these like spikes that come down. Like so, and a little bit on this side too. Okay, so that's pretty much his head. Right, so now armor and stuff and swords. Okay, so he's two massive sort of shoulder pads on. I guess it's best to start with them first. So kind of has a leather bumping strap here. And then this goes across. And there is chainmail, but I'll do it sort of leather because drawing all that chainmail would take hours. So we'll do a leather version. So this comes down like so. It's real square. And comes across up to there, and then his shoulder goes down off the page that way. And we do the same thing kind of over here, except there's extra straps on this side because this is the side with his sword, right? So this bumps down here. And where's the edge of it? So this is like the end of it. Same sort of thing, right? This comes down like so, and there's an extra strap along this. So there's another strap here, right, which comes down to there, back up. And then this has more leather inside, but this goes back up to his hair area, up into there. And then his arm shoulder comes out here. Another strap we can see there. Okay, so detail this stuff up. So we go leather edge. And we'll give it edge lines. Just to make it look a little bit three-dimensional. And then like texture and stuff all over. We do the same thing here. If you want now, you can draw chainmail like everywhere, but he chose to wear his leather armor today in my drawing. So you're just giving these light edge lines, just tracing the edge. And there's like a bolt here. So this just makes things look a bit three-dimensional, right? Just a little bit more. It's like a little trick. And then there's another leather area in here. Right, and then like scratches and so all these dots just give the surfaces a texture, and the eye makes the, you know, when you look at it, it looks like it's not just flat. Okay, so he has like a collar coming across his neck and comes down the center. So say like there's a line down the middle, but this is like touching, it's right touching like his neck, right? So this is like all in shadow here. Right, so it's like it's hugging his beard basically. So you just gotta thicken this up. Right, and then it has like some edge lines around it. Again, some like stitching and stuff. Like some lines coming in here. Then we have a buckle coming across, like a belt. And there's a buckle that goes behind. And this has an edge. And it like goes underneath here somewhere. But then we have a big long one that goes this way. And then, so the other side, and there's like that fox thing. So another strap there, another strap going up that way. And then there's like a silver buckle or something here. And then of course we have this medallion that's like right in the middle. I'll just give some edge to this. I think we can see the side of his body. Well, there's like more armor that way. Like this is just black, but we can kind of see his like edge of his body there. Yeah, like just here. Okay, this fox, right? This is quite detailed. So you have an option to leave this out if you want, of course. So okay, well, let's give it a go anyway. While we're here, we might as well. Okay. Goes across. Right, and then ears. 2 ears here. Go down like so. And then 2 more ears that stick out here. And this goes all the way down towards his nose. And then the nose is this little square sort of thing. Kind of like that, right? And then the eyes, so are in here, but they come from the ears. So they like go down to a point in the middle of the face and back up to there. And then we have eyes there. Now this is not going to be perfect, but we'll do as best we can. And then this has all like different angles on it. Because when you're drawing things this small, it's quite tricky, right? So angles there. Okay, so that's like the top of it. And then there's all these spikes that come down. They all kind of join one another. It's like a star. And they have corners to them. So like this goes up that way, that one goes up that way. And then side of the mouth, he's got this long mouth with these fangs. And then a long mouth coming down. And then here, lines going up. Okay, and then like, yeah, fangs and stuff. So more sort of fangs coming across. And then edge lines. Some more fangs sticking up. And a tongue. Kind of like that. Not anatomically correct, but we did our best. So then his chain, so comes across here, and I'm going to just draw it as like a smooth rope instead of a chain. Right, like that. And then there's all straps underneath this. So another strap like here. It goes down that way, and we'll give it some like some stitching and some edge lines. And go this way. I think there's actually an extra little spike coming off this wolf in here. Right, and more straps. More and more straps. He's strapped. Do 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 do. Right, okay. So before I move on and do the swords, I'm just going to thicken up my edge line. So I'm just going to darken everything around the edge. And maybe just darken up underneath some of these just to make them look like there's shadows underneath these sort of straps. Oh, I forgot the edge of this strap here. Okay, maybe just on this hair as well, just a little thicker edge. Right, okay, now swords. Right, so basically 2 hilts here and then 2 swords of various shapes. We'll just make it simple. So we'll go a long hilt here. And these go, yeah, this goes across the top of this sword, down like that. This comes across here. Kind of gets wider in the middle. Back up and then across to the edge, right? And you can add some details on this if you want. And like what we can see of his sort of the scabbard going down there, and then this sword will go kind of get skinnier as we go up. Right up to there, and then so we make this cap at the top, and we'll go like this. I know there's like crazy detail on these, but I can't really see it. So we'll do this. And then there's some brackets or something here. And another one down here. And then there's these crisscross lines. Like so. Right, so then the other sword, different sort of, so in behind, right? So in behind this one. Cross, and then the scabbard is like here. And then again, so we got slightly different handle. So this kind of has 2 sections, right? So it kind of like curves out at first. It goes up and out. And then it has another join or something here. And then this curves up and gets a little bit skinnier at the top. And then this has a circle. At the top with another thing like this. And that, I think that guy's head is in here again, but we're not going to do that, are we? We'll give it like this circular thing, and then we'll add textures coming down here. But we won't bore everyone by drawing that again. If you want to draw that again, you can. That just goes in there. Okay, Geralt of Rivia. That's it. Hope it's helpful, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.